So guys, this video has been a seriously long time coming. After about 6 months of waiting, and about 400 requests from you guys, I'm proud to present what is on my Android phone. Right, so that should be good to go. Okay, so I've just downloaded ADV screen recorder, so I'm gonna try and use that so that you can see what's on my screen. So as you know, my smartphone that I'm actually using is the Galaxy S7 Edge, which is a gorgeous smartphone, and I absolutely love it. I just never quite got around to reviewing it, but I think what I'll do is make a follow-up review after about 6 months of having used it, and that'll be up in a couple of weeks' time. So yeah, that's my home screen. Looks alright. It's basically using the Sunshine Icons wallpaper, again linked down below for the backdrop, and we've got just a hell of a lot of organisation that went on here. Trust me, it doesn't always look like this. I'm not that organised as a person, wish I was, but I spent about 3 hours this morning just kind of sorting everything out, and it's a bit of a pain in the ass, but now that that's done, it looks pretty damn good. So right at the top we've got the Google search bar, which, I'm not going to lie to you, I don't think I've ever clicked on in my entire life, but it kind of looks quite nice just sitting there. And just below that we've got the Super widget, and it's basically on a stock setting. I fiddled it a bit to fit my screen, but nothing drastic. So we've got games, and these aren't all my games. As you know, I do a lot of best games videos, so I end up gaming a fair bit on my Android device. But there's a few that I kind of keep coming back to, kind of ones that I play on the regular. And we've obviously got Pokemon Go, bit of a legend myself. We've got Bloons Tower Defense 5, which is one of the best strategy games I'd say ever on Android. I mean, it's the one I just keep coming back to. I'll try other strategy games for a bit, but the mechanics on this game just beat anything else, and the difficulty spikes so hard that you will just never quite complete it. And even 3 years after the release of the game, they're still adding content, so I just absolutely love it. We've got Mars, which is something I've only really just started playing, but it's quite an addictive one to just have a quick go at. It's not something you can really sink your teeth into. Oh, I keep getting emails. And then we've got Super Stickman Golf 3 and Zombieville 2, and they're just great time passes. They're slightly more meaty games, so you can really sink your teeth into them. There's a nice campaign and just tons of leveling up, which is the kind of game that I really like. But yeah, I'm not really much of an Android gamer. I find it a bit weird to put into words, to be honest, but I absolutely love mobile gaming, so that's sort of PlayStation Portable, DS, 3DS, PlayStation Vita. I loved all of those to bits, like kind of the ability to hold a console in your hands and just kind of take it anywhere. I love that. But for some reason, Android gaming just hasn't quite done it for me. Maybe it's the sort of in-app purchase structure of the games. I don't know, I just can't quite sink my teeth into them the same way. And trust me, we're not going to spend too long on this, but I've got a work folder because a lot of you might know that I did a summer internship, just literally this summer that I'm kind of still in. And there was just a couple of applications that I needed, like train journeys and Ubers and all that kind of stuff. Pretty boring. So then we've got testing, and this is kind of a bit of a weird folder. I don't think many people would have this, but it's kind of apps and games that I think maybe should be included on an upcoming video, but I'm just not quite sure what they do or if they're good enough. So yeah, I just kind of play around with them here when I've got a bit of downtime. So then we've got music, which is always fun. Now, not too long ago I actually did a 5 facts about me video. I'll put it just there if you're interested. And in that video I actually talked about my favourite song and what kind of music I like to listen to. And a lot of you guys, which was weird for me, actually agreed with my music taste and you wanted to know my playlist. So if you do, then just let me know in the comments below. So I've got Spotify. I actually got a Spotify premium membership. So yeah, I pretty much use that for everything. Obviously when I'm testing headphones and earphones, I'll download some lossless music and listen to it offline, but most of the time Spotify is my go-to. It's awesome. And obviously because I'm a student, I get half price on the monthly fee. So in my photo folder, it's just a bit of a mess really. I mean, I've got my gallery, my camera, my files, and then just sort of a bunch of wallpaper apps, a couple of editing apps. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. So then we've got the TV folder, and this is my favourite folder. This is the folder I spend way more time in than I should. So at the top we've got the YouTube Studio, which is one of my all-time favourite applications. So as you can see, you've got like an overview of all your different videos. It's playing up, it's really slow right now. And then you've got a bunch of comments, your sort of more recent comments, and you can view them all. And it just gives you a quick way to sort of reply. You can see real-time stats as well as like an overview. So yeah, when you can't access your laptop, this is the next best thing. So then we've got Social Blade, which right now at least is the best way of keeping on top of your channel on the go. So it's got kind of like a summary page where you can see the number of subscribers and total number of views, and then you can actually see daily how many you're getting. So that's always fun, and it sort of gives you accumulation total and gives you some future projections too. And so right here at the bottom, we've got a real-time subscriber count, just because the Social Blade app and the YouTube app, they just don't update in real time. Sometimes you can check and you'll actually be on like 80, 90 more subscribers than it actually shows, which can totally throw off your estimates. So yeah, that's useful to have. And then of course we've got YouTube itself. So then we've got social, which is always fun. So we've got all your standard stuff, your Facebook Messenger, your Twitter. But then we've also got Famous. Now Famous is kind of linked to Twitter, and you invest hearts to try and buy out celebrities. That's always quite fun. You kind of try and become the #1 fan. We've got Parallel Space, which basically lets you log into 2 different accounts on the same app at the same time. So for example, with Snapchat, I can log into my personal as well as my Mrwhosetheboss account at the same time. That's always handy. We've also got my Twitter, my Instagram, and those are my 2 social medias where I'm really active. I'm actually giving those quite a push. I'm trying to make some really creative stuff on there. So if you do follow me on that, that'll be really cool. And for some reason, I've got eBay on there. I'm not, you know what? Yeah, you can go. So then we've got Google, and this folder also shouldn't really be here. It was kind of one of the default folders, and I just couldn't be asked to get rid of it. It kind of looks quite nice just sitting there in the corner. So then we've got my Spotify widget. So you simply give that a click and it takes you straight to the app. That's pretty handy. And below that is where the magic happens. This is Jot, and this is basically what I use to just type some quick notes. Sometimes I will wake up in the middle of the night with a video idea, and I just have to write it down. And I guess now you've got a bit of an insight into what's coming up on the channel. I won't reveal too much, but you can probably guess. And below that, we've just got a set of applications that I probably use a little bit more than I should have. This one in particular. So guys, that was the What's on my Android video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If there are any apps or games or wallpapers or widgets that you think I've maybe missed out and that I should give a go, then let me know in the comments below, and I will have a look. So with that being said guys, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.